Alrighty. And I can see something. Alright, we'll continue in a little bit. Just gonna sit for maybe 30 seconds or so, see if anyone else bites. If not, whatever. People can always come into these after they've been shot anyway, so I'm not gonna give them too long. It's nice and cold out here, so I'm sure the good camera won't cause the phone to overheat and drop out, which it does in any moderately warm area. Alright. You know what? Good enough. And then everybody leaves. So, for those that are watching the thing post-shot, because as of now, it says no one's here, which is no surprise. There's a couple of things I want to go around and see. I doubt we'll be able to see one of them up close and personal, but we will be able to see another for sure. This place is weird. Back to the old elevator days when I wanted to look in that door, see if there was an elevator. Apparently there never was. Oh, I smell hamburger. Hamburgers or steak, one or the other. Anyway, here we are, just recrossing. This guy couldn't see me coming. That we'll give him. But you could have stopped. Say hello to YouTube. You could have stopped. Say hello to YouTube. Oh, there's a guy trying to move, so. Alright. There's Ryan Time, one of the most popular restaurants in the city. In fact, so popular it made it on Boston's foodie show, The Phantom Gourmet. It's a show where some guy that is completely off the grid when it comes to celebrity status randomly visits places and then tries out the food, see if it's any good. Anyway, one of the new things here, and bad thing is the new things I want to show you are pretty close together. This is a new restaurant that opened up, Brady's. It's that highfalutin stuff, so it's nothing I would care to eat. Nothing against it, just not my style. Fortunately, we've got this newly paved sort of sidewalk, and we're not going to be able to see in because they drew the blinds. You can only see the lights. I like the, I can barely see the display, so I like how they did that. That looks nice. No business on Sundays. Yeah, you're not going to see anything because, like I said, these are all closed up. You can't see in. Elevator shaft. Yeah, the owner of the building can't lease out the upper level because there's never been an elevator in it. So they got to make it compliant. So that used to be a pool hall that's added on in the back there. And that back in the day, the very top level, was a bowling alley. Long past my time. Now I gotta look at something else that's new, and it's relatively close. Boy, the consignment stores are everywhere, even in an office building. It's a nice balmy 31 degrees here, and that's that's one actually I can even convert to Celsius, -1. Oh, here we go. Hello, Leominster, Mass. As opposed to Leominster, England, yes. Which, by the way, does make that a valid question. And I think somewhere in the Bermuda area, there's a Leominster without the O in the name. And England pronounces their Leominster, Leominster. And England or the United States, the out-of-townies always call it Leominster, which is entirely wrong. And I'm covering the microphone because it's in the worst possible spot. The only thing new here, well, TC Lando's is a sub and pizza place. The only thing new there is they took over the left 2/3. It used to be just the 1/3. Then there was something else, and then there was the salon. I know there's not probably going to be any physical progress on the outside, but one of the other new things we're going to do or look at is the site for the new police station. That is if we can get there. Alright, the Crush O traffic has left. Can be fair and see if anyone's coming this way, and yeah, of course. However, I actually don't have right of way because we are on a traffic lit thing here. There's a button over here somewhere. No, it only goes to that one. I want to go to this one. No one's in this lane, so we're going. There was a left turn lane, and finally no one was in there. All right. blocking some. Yeah, well, fortunately, it was just seeing if I can see anything. Alright. I like to try and look at the chat every now and then just to see if anything happens. As I like to say in my live streams, that I don't like to pull an alpha omega sin and ignore people. I might miss some, I might not be able to respond to some because I just can't give an answer to something. Tarot card readings. Well, that isn't new, but why it is kind of new. We'll look at that too while we're at it. And give these people their right to not be on camera, even though we are in a public domain space. So I think this is highly illegal. I could say it's better than what some people have done. Alright, now. Alrighty. Over the ice pack and through the thin ice. Yeah, nothing looks different from where I'm standing. Anyway, like I said, there's a new police station coming, and this building is going to be demolished. In fact, the only thing remaining are the storm windows. The regular windows are completely gutted. The whole thing's gutted. This is another place that's gonna get knocked down. Looks like it's falling down on its own anyway. And a lot of people's the dismay of a lot of people, but progress, it has to be done. The old Lincoln School has to get knocked down, and supposedly they're doing asbestos abatement. There used to be some windows that you could see in that you can't. That's also going to disappear. I think these two houses are just going to disappear so that they can, so they have a way out. That's not where the building's going to go. Building's probably going to be right in the middle. They need a much bigger place than what they got now. The thing I find a bit scary, especially the people that live right next to this, is in spite of how abandoned it looks, it has power. And you got wide open windows in the attic, which can't be a good thing. And here we are on Cross Street, where we want to go. This used to be a two-way, because I remember as a kid, the bus picked someone up here, and we came the other way, opposite of the direction we are traveling. Oh, my left hand's numb. So I hope the aim is good. I can't really see anything because it's bright out. And hopefully my fingers aren't blocking much. Wait. Not looking much worse for wear. See what we can see, which isn't really saying much. This room's on the front, the very front. And then regular size ones in the back. Can't see really much here, but come on, focus in. Yeah, the trees are in the way. And we can shrink down, and we can shrink down. Alright, try to... Alright, make it normal. Kind of a little bigger. It was slightly... had a slight zoomed out look anyway. Seventh-day Church. Some of the half-arsed parking. Now we're stopping here, one, because it's narrow, and two, copyrighted music. YouTube loves to copyright. Well, they actually do, because they that means they can take down channels and more space for people that don't get gigged. I don't know if I want to trust this, but yeah, it seems the wet is just that, so just go a little slower than normal and we should be fine. Alright, John's there. Good afternoon. All that snow we're having. Well, it was a 2-day snowstorm that literally just dragged on. Got about 1.5 feet, or for you metric buffs, a little under half a meter. This place, I have no idea what's going on with it. The guy that owns it on Facebook page says, I think it's used for storage, but it's not a vacant building, in spite of some plywood on the windows. Because those windows used to be boarded up there, but they've been removed. So it is being used for something. Like I said, in spite of the plywood, that door's wide open, and so is the one next to it on that side. Wide open as if it's accessible. And he's replaced the garage door. Redid the windows in that piece. That piece looks, well, it looks like it does. So it's not a vacant building, it just almost looks like one. looks like this video is not going to be as long as I thought it would be. In spite of the lack of sun, this is all nice and melted. Which again, good thing. And we'll let the loud music go. Oh, I keep forgetting, worst case scenario, I can mute the microphone, which I don't really want to do. And speaking of awful, there's nothing safe here. So I'll just hit this little snow patch. Walk on the wrong side of that fire hydrant and hit this and we're good. Leominster Public Works is over there. And this isn't all that exciting, but we do have one sort of new thing. I mean, it's been around for, in the grand scheme of things, it's relatively new. Well, actually, two things. Actually, I should say one of the two things has been around for about a year. Another one a little longer than that, maybe 2 or 3. I just wonder why I walk on the streets usually and not sidewalks. Actually, I've never walked on a sidewalk before during the winter because you have all this. Alrighty. Alright, one of the exciting new things that's been here for a few years at least is this. CVS reminds me of... Yep, welcome to Leominster, home of the No G network, where you get absolutely zero reception. Anyway, that's been around a few years. This is pretty new right here, and it's a Dunkin Donuts. Ain't that interesting? And if you remember the taro place that we passed a while ago, that house used to be right here. There used to be a white house here. I'm surprised there's nobody there getting gas. $2.44 a gallon. which is, I'll just guesstimate, for those of you metric buffs, it's about maybe 60 cents a liter. But you got to keep in mind here here in the United States, we have refineries, country farms, but it's a Dunkin Donuts. Oh, nose is running. All right. Trying to move a little bit for this guy that's trying to get out. They slowed down to let me go anyway, which is pretty nice. I wonder why we walk in the street, because they are craptacular. And over here, staring right at it, this triple decker. One of my aunts used to live here. I think the second floor. Ew. It decided to stop working. The signal is actually okay. And this is what I hit. Again, affording people their right to not be on camera, even though this is a public way. It's just a nice thing to do if we can. If it's a crowded place, and so be it. The video's almost over anyway, because we pretty much just showed off what we wanted. And at least Acme cleared theirs. Although there's places that it's questionable, but that's kind of hard. So they did a good job. Especially when you got a major clearing like this. The thing is, they use the city sidewalk as their own driveway. Yeah, during business hours, it's one little thing that one needs to keep in mind when they're walking on the sidewalk in that stretch. Although they keep close to the building, so they're not gonna be close to unless, and no unless. So I showed you where the new Dunkin Donuts is, and we're gonna end this little walk by going to where the old Dunkin Donuts was. I wonder if YouTube just crapped out, because it actually had a signal. Again, we got somebody coming the other way, so just to be nice, and actually because we're gonna hit a rough patch, we're just gonna stop. Let's see. He's on the wrong side. Trying not to get him. I'll aim down. Okay, I mean, like, if we can do it, we can do it. Now, if this were a trail and now we're showing you the trail, then it is what it is. Again, what's likely a highly illegal clearing, although it's actually very well done. Garapi Furniture. This place had a fire several years ago. They never rebuilt the apartments that were on the second floor on the far right section. Alrighty. For those of you, I know some watch it, some of the bowling people, those of you that go to King of the Palace events to try out, maybe eat the pizza that we have. Here I am thinking I'm part of King of the Palace. I just sponsor it. That's where the pizza comes from, C&M. And speaking of things, one last thing to show you. As Dunkin Donuts are in every corner, this is the original Dunkin Donuts, which is now a convenience store. Focus in, Leominster Market. Oh, yeah, that will be it. Not much more to show you, just some new things and some old things that became new. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.